Hi Libra, this is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here today to do your May 2020 general reading. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So make sure that if you have not yet to check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, whether this makes sense with you or not, it might help put a few more clues to the puzzle together. But if you are new to my channel, I welcome you. Welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you for joining us. Vibe Tribe, love you something serious. Don't know what I'd do without you guys. And make sure that if you like these messages to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop me a comment. Let me know how it resonates with you. I love reading your comments. And if anyone needs to get in touch with me for a private reading, there is all my information is down below. You can reach out to me through whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. And thank you to everyone who's been reaching out for donations and private readings. I really appreciate y'all helping support my channel. You have no idea how much it helps. So, with that being said, Libra, let's get into your messages. All right. Like, there's been so many profound messages that are coming out, but you are the first one that I've done for this month where it is complete stillness. Like, as I was meditating on your energy, like, I just felt complete still, like almost statue still. Um, I feel like this is going to be a really important month for reflection, meditation, coming to center. It's also, I was picking up a lot on like Buddha energy, like Kuan Yin, a lot about love and compassion. I really feel like a lot of you are breaking through some severe like karmic cycles this month, or at least becoming aware of what those karmic cycles are. And I think it's really important that going through these transitions, because it's not just your like karmic lessons, you are doing ancestral stuff. So what you are doing for you are doing for your parents and their parents and down the line. A lot of you who are light workers or healers in general, which a lot of you are very drawn to my channel for good reason. But for those of you who have stepped into the healing role and have accepted that responsibility, a lot of you are going to start picking up on more and more collective energy. So you're not just doing it for you and your family lifeline, but you are doing it for all of us. So just make sure that you're very aware of your energy levels and what you're feeling. I also feel like journaling and, you know, like keeping track of what you're learning and how it's making you feel working through these karmic lessons are going to be really important later down the road. So make sure that you're keeping track of your findings and the things that you are finally breaking through, because it takes a lot of bravery and a lot of courage to break these cycles, and it can be anything that is not serving the transition and the ascension of your life and your family's timeline. So there's a lot of like real ancient wisdom that's going to be coming through for you this month. I was picking it up for Virgo too, but it didn't come out when I was channeling those messages. So I'm going to make sure that I add it here, because I was picking up on the oak tree medicine. And when I think about the oak tree, guys, like this is deep, deep ancestral wisdom. So I feel like there's going to be a lot that's going to make itself known and presented to you about certain things that either need to change, or things like tools that are needed to help others go through that transition themselves. So just keep that in mind. I feel like a lot of you, that's another thing, a lot of you were either in a past life or still, and I feel like a lot of you still carry this um, ancient wisdom, but a lot of you have shaman or mystic energy tied to you. So that can mean a couple different things depending on, where you're at in your journey. But a lot of you might just be very connected to the earth and its energetic frequencies. Some of you might even be able to see the energy or communicate to the plants and animals on this planet. Some of you just might be like very tied into the magic in this life and, really able to do a lot with natural herbs and remedies and that kind of thing. But a lot of you have a deeper knowledge than you are aware of, and I feel like a lot more of that information is going to be making itself known to you this month. So they really want you to stand strong and be as still as possible and meditate as often as possible this month, because this is going to be where you gain that information. So whatever your practice is right now, like if you're meditating every day and you are like on top of your practice, then this message isn't for you. But if you are kind of here and there, they want you to be more diligent about how you're connecting, because when you are allowing yourself to connect to your center, then you are connecting to universal truth, and there's a lot of wisdom that they want to share with you this month. So understand that when it comes to your role and your mission, especially if you've been wondering what that even is, taking that time for yourself and putting in like good use of your practice when it comes to connecting to your center and to God or your higher power, this is going to be the key element this month for you. Um, Especially when it comes to like the tools or the remedies that are needed in order to heal, right? So if there's things that I feel like a lot of you are going to be recognizing, especially if any of the overactive, like, mental state has been happening for you recently, the stillness is definitely going to help you kind of balance that out. I feel like a lot of it's about balance for you. Um, but it's one of those things where, how do y'all want to put this? So, for those of you who have been having the overactive mind, they're asking you to kind of bring it back to yourself, because some of you have been over analyzing certain things that are going on in your life, and like now it's time for you to receive the information that is needed for you to like transform that situation into that love and compassion and that understanding that we were talking about earlier. So, but a lot of it is just about loving and that compassionate energy that is so needed, and like not so much externally, but it's more internally for you this month, because I feel like a lot of you have been, especially in the last few months, putting a lot of energy outside of self, and I think it's time for you to give a little bit more credit and a little bit more understanding to your process, okay? So if you look and listen clearly through stillness, you will be pointed in the right direction. I don't know who needed to hear that message. If you're like, what direction do I go into? You are going to find that answer through quiet contemplation, okay? This is not the month to be taking any like major action or major life choices. This is a good month for contemplation, which is very different than a lot of the other messages that I've been receiving. But let's see. Is there anything else that we want to talk about? Um, okay. So they're talking about planting seeds. So whether that has to do with things that you're trying to accomplish in your life or things you're trying to manifest, don't and they're saying don't get ahead of yourself, because some of you are like saying I want this but I want it now. They really want you to really contemplate the seeds that you are planting and have been planting, and really take inventory of those seeds and understand that it's not an overnight process, that things have to come to fruition at their own pace. So if you feel yourself getting frustrated, like, why isn't this happening or why isn't this coming to fruition, it might be a good time to really take, like, revisit some of the seeds that you have planted and understand the vibration and the intention that those seeds were sown with. And maybe something else needs your priority or your attention at this time, instead of focusing consistently on why you do not have this. So just keep that in mind. Again, that's not going to be for everyone, but take how it resonates. But I feel like once you kind of plant those seeds, yes, there is a sense of needing to tend to those, but you're not going to, like, if you're planting a garden, you're not going to plant the seed and then hover over it and be like, why aren't you growing? You want to tend to it with love, tender care, right? And that seems to be the theme for you this month. So make sure that you're being gentle with the process, make sure that you're being compassionate with the process, and make sure that you're actually putting in the necessary steps in order for that to come to fruition, instead of berating it for not coming on your terms. Okay. Um, okay. So they also want you to um, pay attention to any intentions that you have for your present and your future. And if there's anything in the past that needs to be resolved, this is the time to come up with the solution. And that's through the contemplation that you should be doing this month. Okay. So I would honestly go back to the writing, like, write down things, because again, we have all the time in the world right now. So make sure that you're writing down what is of most priority to you, and then look at your list and say, what is my intention behind each of these things that I'm trying to manifest in my life, and really get to the root of the issue of why this is of so much importance, and what can you do to either create more space or a higher vibration for those things to manifest. Okay? So, yeah. So I hope these messages help you and give you a little bit more clarity about the month ahead. If you need any help or just more clarity on your personal situation, you can always email me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, drop me a comment, let me know how it resonates, and I will talk to all of you soon. I wish you the best of luck. Bye.